Hi everybody, new video from Big Apple Pipes, and I want to start by saying that I'm a little bit sorry because I haven't been posting videos for quite some times. Actually, I believe it's almost a month or something like that. So it has actually been a while, and I have to admit that I have concentrated, I focused my efforts into my Italian channel. So I've been posting regularly there, even extra videos, but I also got involved into a petition to bring the Baren HH series into the Italian market. So it's quite a big deal for the channel itself. So it really absorbed all my energies, and I really didn't have the energy and the concentration to also make videos for my international channel, which is this one, which is also my American channel, let's say, especially because I usually during normal times I live in the United States. Therefore, I would like to catch up and make like a little of a weird videos, if you allow me. So I will try to make 3 reviews in just one video. I just want to talk about a few tobaccos that I tried over the past month, which I posted the video on my Italian channel. I don't know if YouTube is creating by itself English subtitles under my channel. I don't think so. Otherwise, I will definitely recommend you to have a look at my videos there because I tried to make something a little bit more special. Not sure if the result was at the end of the day was actually great, but anyway, it's just for fun, right? So now I will talk about 3 tobaccos that I've been smoking over the past weeks. The first one is I don't have it here, it's on the table. I will show it to you right now. It's a tobacco from Modzek, or Tac. You can call it either way because Modzek is the name of the actual tobacco shop. And then, after the founder, Herbert Motzek, sold the business to the current owner, Tom Dars, they renamed it as Tac, which is Tabak aus Kiel, because Kiel is the city where this tobacco is manufactured. I think it's a shame that in United States this brand is not very well known, because I think it produces among the finest tobaccos, pipe tobaccos on the planet currently. Everything is natural, everything is super high quality, and the production is very small. Everything is in-house, so it's very interesting. And actually, the tobacco I will talk about, the Twist NC, it's an unbelievable Virginia. So I will definitely recommend you to try it. If you like Virginia, you really cannot miss it. And it definitely, it's a brand that deserves more credit. So I will try to make videos about them as well for my next review. The second tobacco I will review is the Bold Kentucky from Baren. This is very well known in the United States as well. It's a very nice tobacco, very well made. I will tell you a little bit more after it. It's nice and strong, so I think many smokers, especially the one passionate about Kentucky, will definitely love this blend. The third tobacco I will talk about is the one that I'm finishing smoking, and I will just now going also to do the Italian version of this review, which is the Amphora Virginia, the yellow one, which is this is a very interesting because it has a different position in the market in the United States and in Italy, because in Italy it's one of the cheapest tobacco you can buy, while in the United States, if I remember correctly, it costs pretty much like the other one, maybe just something a little bit less, but it's pretty much comparable. So that really makes the difference in the way you evaluate this tobacco. So let's start. Let's have a look about these 3 tobaccos. In particular, my recommendation goes on the Motzek, the first one of the list. So the first short review of the day is the Tac Twist NC. So probably you may have heard about this brand. This is a brand that is produced in north of Germany in a city called Kiel. And you have this small manufacturer, which I like to call or nickname the McClelland of Europe, because Motzek is a very small producer and they only produce very high quality, super natural tobacco. This Twist NC is very interesting because it's a very aged tobacco. Actually, it belongs to a series of tobacco made by Tac, which is called aged, because it's made with tobacco that it's already aged a few years. In particular, this is a twist made of pure North American bright Virginia, which is selected, so only the best, the finest part of the leaf are kept, and it is fermented and seasoned, aged by Motzek themselves for at least 3 years. After that, the twist is actually produced, and it's then seasoned aged for another year before being ready for the consumer. So it's very nice because, as you can see, I mean, the smell is, it's amazing. It's so sweet. It's so moist. It's so greasy. I love this tobacco. I'm actually sorry that I haven't made review dedicated, a video dedicated to this tobacco for in English, because I am very, how can I say, I'm perplexed that this brand is so little known in the United States. It definitely deserves more attention because, for instance, you have a lot of attention, a lot of fame on HU tobacco, that it's also a German brand, but actually HU is made by Colas and Copper Planta, so it is externally made. But this one, Tac, they are made internally by them. It's a very small production and it's super high quality. So it's very odd that only few American smokers know about this tobacco. And this Twist NC is actually one of the best Virginia I have ever smoked. It's unbelievably good. I will definitely have to get more of this stuff because this will age beautifully, and it's so sweet. It's so mellow. You have this kind of cookie kind of taste or flavor, vanilla, honey. It's unbelievable. So trust me, this is probably the best tobacco I tried over the past months or even a year, because it's just one of the best Virginia that I think it's available currently in the world, and I'm serious about that. So very, very nice, and it definitely deserves a video. Maybe perhaps sooner or later I will smoke this other twist I have, and I will make a video just for the American audience because this must be known, and it's not. The second tobacco I reviewed over the past few weeks is the Bold Kentucky from HH, from Baren, Series HH. Now, unfortunately, this is empty. I smoked it all, so now we'll put some image of the Italian version, so you can see how dark the actual flakes are. And I actually very much liked this tobacco because it is whatever they claim it is. So it's a very honest tobacco. The Kentucky is actually very bold, is a bold tobacco because it's so strong. I had a couple of very heavy nicotine hit, which is something that never happened to me. So it was quite surprising, and I really liked it because I mean, it's really one of the best Kentucky you can get around because it's so smooth. Usually, Kentucky is very, how can I say, a little bit rough, a little bit too spicy. It tends to irritate the mouth and the tongue, but with Deep Bold Kentucky, it's not happening. It has a little bit of Virginia that actually is smoothing things out, and it's unbelievable. It's so woody, earthy, smoky. It's very, very nice, very enjoyable. However, even if when you smoke it, it's very nice. The strength is quite mild to strong, not very mild, but definitely not strong. So it seems a tobacco that you can smoke all day, but it's actually full of nicotine, very, very high nicotine level. So it's something that you definitely want to smoke, I don't know, at the end of the day or after a big lunch or dinner, but it's so enjoyable. It's so smooth that's really surprising for a Kentucky to be so smooth. So very, very nice tobacco. I liked it a lot. And the third review of the day, this is actually the tobacco I am now finishing to smoke, is the Amphora Virginia. This is a tobacco that I decided to smoke because it's how can I say, in Italy the market is quite strange. It's very different than compared to the United States. The product variety is much, much, much smaller, and in general the prices are much higher because the taxes, the excise taxes, are much higher. So the Amphora line, it's one of the cheapest tobacco you can buy in Italy. This is around 10 euro, something like a little less than 10 euro, something like 9.6, 9.8, which is a lot of money for American standards, but for Italian standards, this is really one of the cheapest tobacco you can buy. So I just decided to review it for my Italian channel, but I'm sure that also some American smoker can find it interesting because it's a theoretically it's a blend of three different Virginias, and again it's amphora. So usually amphora tobaccos are not very, how can I say, not particularly good, not particularly tasty, but okay to be smoked. And I like to usually suggest them, recommend them to newbies of pipe smoking. So people that are not very, how can I say, knowledgeable about pipe tobacco. They're trying to, approach a more serious tobacco. It's not an arrow, and definitely the Amphora line can be good. In particular, this Virginia, let's have a look. I thought this was a ribbon cut. It is actually more of a broken flake. Actually, now what's remained here is more of a ribbon, but when you open the bag, the pouch is really more broken flake. You have this big portion of flake tobacco, and that is actually interesting because I like tobacco. I like pressed Virginias, so the broken flake really makes the tobacco to burn quite slowly, and therefore it's very enjoyable. At the same time, it's not a difficult tobacco to be smoked, even if it is a broken flake. It's a broken flake made by Baren, so it's not as moist or as greasy as, for instance, are the one from Gawith. Therefore, it's really nice to be smoked, and again, it burns slowly, so it's very difficult to get tongue bite or to get some harsh flavors, or having your tongue to be irritated. So that's very nice. However, I mean, like any other amphora, it's not particularly tasty, it's not particularly complex, it's very straightforward, it's easy. Again, I liked it, let's say 5 out of 10. Because I mean, this is a Virginia that you will just smoke all the time. It's unbelievable. It makes you think that it comes from another planet. This is just a very plain tobacco, not complex at all, no evolution at all. It's just a nice companion if you're doing something, or again, if you're not much very expert about tobaccos, you're getting, you're approaching the pipe smoking and you want to understand how a Virginia tastes like, more or less. So this is definitely a nice first step into pipe smoking. But again, it's not a tobacco that I will recommend particularly. It makes sense in Italy because in Italy, like GLPs or Coronel Deal are over 40 euro, and this is 9 euro, so it definitely makes sense. But in the United States, in which for just $10 you can get a very nice tobacco, and this should cost, 7 or 8 per pouch, I don't really see the point of smoking this amphora, while for just a couple of dollars more you can definitely get something way better. It's also quite odd because even if it's a bright Virginia, it's very chocolatey, coffee heartiness, so that's very particular. Usually you don't really have this kind of notes on bright Virginias because they tend to be more sweet, more honey, vanilla like, but this is just different, so I think this is the way it is made. But again, not bad, definitely good to break in pipes because it's very neutral, and if you're a newbie that are just getting into pipe smoking. And this is my third and last review for the week. I will start making single videos hopefully from next week. It has been a very busy period, so I hope you will excuse me for this concentrated review video. So now let's move on. There you go. Again, I want to apologize for my disappearance, let's say, and I hope you enjoyed this little format of 3 reviews in one. I will start again, possibly from next week already, making again single videos for each tobacco as they correctly, rightfully deserve. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you tried any of them. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you, in particular if you try the Amphora Virginia and what is your experience with it. But of course, I know that Bald Kentucky is an all-time favorite in the United States, so I'm sure you will have positive comments on that. If you have the chance to try Mosaic tobacco, again, I will be very curious to hearing from you. And that's it. See you next week. I really hope to start, becoming regular again in posting videos on this beautiful channel. Enjoy.